Hi, welcome. On this video, I'd like to take a couple minutes to talk about the term that's very common within the dog training world called luring a behavior. Is how the word luring is referenced by way of advocating a process. And again, I talk about the source of the problem by way of basically at the core issue here is how trainers are bribing dogs at the very beginning to respond when the dog has already gained a level of control in the relationship and it's already manifesting itself in various ways. And so again, when you hear certain terms, okay, it should cause you to question, okay, what is the right way, okay, to build a picture of change? How is the perception of a dog really altered and changed by way of a process? And again, I line this stuff up by way of the parenting example, okay? I talk about this often on my videos to help doggos understand why it is that you want to stay away from this idea, this very popular idea with motivating dogs to respond that way, like minute one, okay, into a relationship problem. Because understand that once a dog has already gained a level of control, it changes everything. Okay, you cannot trust what you see that way when you're motivating dogs to respond the way these trainers are doing it, both those who identify as balanced and force-free. Understand, this is the source of the problem. Here's the thing, it's not like it's not, common, okay, for dog owners to invest time and money and energy, okay, into this idea only to discover nothing has changed. They're still dealing with a whole list of behavioral issues that have not resolved, okay, because the perceptions of the dog have not changed, have not been altered, based again on motivating dogs that way. So here's the thing, you hear the word luring, okay, think bribery, okay, because that's what's happening. You hear the word behavior, okay, to attempt to suggest that something meaningful is happening. It's totally being misrepresented. It's just like they're just pulling this word out of thin air. You're bribing a dog to respond. That's the right way to frame this up, because understand that when you're dealing with a relationship problem, and just think of the selfish child, when a child's already selfish and you start pulling out the Xbox games and the things the child likes to respond, and here's the deceptive part of this, okay? Understand that this is how the dog training world, this is the standard, okay? And think about the selfish child, making their bed. Of course they're going to make their bed for that $60 Xbox game, okay? Make their bed, pick up their toys, right? Do the thing. Think about this, sit down, come and stay. Looks great, right? But ask yourself the question, can you trust, absolutely, should you be trusting that, okay, those responses? Again, considering what I just said about, once a dog's already gained a level of control, truly, and even though you hear these words, luring a behavior, no, you're bribing a response, based again on context, based again on how you're jumping in that way. So again, all to say, okay, the system of training is a interaction-based approach, totally different in a good way. I put out all the videos, you go watch the videos I put out, very intentional with showing it day one, day two, going through, showing the picture, okay, the right way, but reconciling both your role, okay, in terms of how dogs connect with us that way. Dogs are social animals, the social part of how their decision-making process is influenced, and reconciling the role of influence, just like how parental influence is established as a parent is interacting with their child in meaningful ways. They're dialed in, they're invested the right way. So all to say that when you hear words used in the dog training world, okay, they might sound great, okay, but consider context, consider how they're applied, and consider this whole issue of bribery. Understand, this is the problem. Just like bribing a selfish child. Yeah, you can do that, and you can make, it can look really good, but ask yourself the question, is the relationship really getting better? Is it? Those are the questions to ask. So again, I really encourage people to look at the information I put on my website. I talk about not just the problem, okay, by way of this very popular idea, but the solution by way of an interaction-based approach. Thanks for watching.